Okay, we're live. I thought there was going to be a little bit of a countdown. It's all good. Caught me off guard there, but hey, it's all good. All good. All good. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the program. This is the Sweet Spot memorabilia, autographs, and more on the Spanglish World and Sports World networks on Zingo TV channel 250. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Rob Daniels. And we're here for this week of the of May the 10th. So I want to say happy belated Mother's Day to all of you who celebrated. Sure hope that you were spoiled and that you had a great day on Sunday for Mother's Day with your family. And perhaps you didn't even want it to be with your family. I know a lot of moms out there that just prefer, saying like, hey, they'll say to their husband, you take the kids for, the day, and then they just want their me time, which is totally understandable. And I hope you got that me time if that's what you wanted for Mother's Day. So again, a happy Mother's Day. A little late here. We're on the 11th of May, the lunch hour. And so today is a very, very cool day. I can't wait to get to this. And, and you may say, well, Rob, you say this every time off the top of the show. You might say, well, Rob, I can't wait to get to this guest. And it's true. The thing is that I have so much passion for this show and for the guests that are involved that I really can't wait to get to them and introduce you to them, because I think it's, their excitement excites me for their product. And today is no different. I cannot wait to welcome the operations manager for the Field of Dreams movie site in Dyersville, Iowa. This is going to be awesome. Okay, so he is the operations manager. His name is Roman Weinberg, and excuse me. So Roman Weinberg has been working there for a number of years now at the field in Dyersville, Iowa. And I'm talking about, you might be thinking, well, which Field of Dreams? There's a lot of people that use that name, even like, there's Field of Dreams. I don't know, maybe if it's camps or they incorporate it into their slogans a lot of times, but this is the real authentic Field of Dreams movie site where the movie itself was filmed back in 1989. Okay, so we're talking Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner, Dwyer Brown, Amy Magden, and others, other stars, Terrence Mann, James Earl Jones. What a movie it was! It's certainly a classic and is number one on my list when it comes to movies, especially baseball movies. I mean, I love action movies and comedies as well, but for baseball movies, Field of Dreams is the top of my list. So what is so exciting about this is that we're going to be talking about the film. We're going to be talking about a whole lot of what's going on at the field in Dyersville, Iowa. And Roman Weinberg is going to be coming to us live from the Field of Dreams movie site in Dyersville, Iowa today, to show off a lot of the greatness from the actual film. Like, there's a lot of artifacts that are still on hand at the site in the farmhouse that, if you've seen the movie, the farmhouse. And there's been some renovations and some upgrades to certain areas in and around the Field of Dreams movie site because, well, it's over 30 years old now, so it's only expected, and they do certain. I think there's an auction as well where you can bid on a certain item. I believe it's the backstop. They just replaced the backstop at the Field of Dreams movie site, and the old one, I believe, like the original one from the movie, is going to be on auction. Don't quote me on that, but we'll get the latest from Roman on that, and I'll pick his brain. So Roman Weinberg, the director, or rather the operations manager at the Field of Dreams movie site. So he's caught up at 20 after the hour today. We'll be talking to him live from the Field of Dreams movie site. Cannot wait for that. In the meantime, let's get you some autograph and memorabilia news, since this is the Sweet Spot memorabilia, autographs, and more. We're going to dive into some news, and we'll begin with some sports memorabilia news. So sports memorabilia prices continue to skyrocket, like Michael Jordan executing one of his classic dunks, right? So, and that's only fitting since a Jordan game-worn jersey from his 1982-1983 season at the University of North Carolina just fetched a record price. So this is, we're talking like his college basketball, one of his college basketball jerseys sold more for more money than any of his Chicago Bulls jerseys. So, and I'll reiterate that again with some more information here that Jordan's number 23 Carolina. So it's a blue jersey from the photo to match his Player of the Year season with the Tar Heels. So it sold for, get this, $1,380,000 during the second night of Heritage Auctions Spring Sports Catalog Auction. So this item, again, the most ever paid for a Jordan jersey, even those worn during his championship days with the Chicago Bulls. So that says something right there. And it's vintage if you think about it, really vintage. I think about it as well. Andrew Wiggins, who plays in the NBA, he went to my high school in outside in the GTA, the Greater Toronto area. And I think to myself, I would love to have an Andrew Wiggins high school photo signed of him, like the photo be in like black and white, and then he autographs that. I think that piece would be something special if you get his high school photo signed, because it shows that you've been a fan from the beginning. You've been supporting him since the days he got started, and you remember where he came from. And I think that's that would be an incredible piece to have. So I understand the need and the want for this Michael Jordan jersey, because we're going back to his college basketball days. And sometimes college basketball is even more popular than the National Basketball Association. I mean, I would think college football in the US is bigger than the NFL. So, I might be a little off when I say it's more popular than the NBA, but it is, right up there with it. The NCAA basketball has followed a lot. And this jersey, I mean, you can't get much more vintage than that. North Carolina jersey, $1,380,000 for that number 23 Carolina blue jersey playing at the University of North Carolina. That is a special piece to have. So whoever got that, I can't quite find the name on who was the purchaser, but that is going to go up in some sort of memorabilia cave and be probably the best thing up there. That's for sure. 10 minutes after the hour here. This is the Sweet Spot, memorabilia, autographs, and more on the Spanglish World and Sports World Networks on Zingo TV, channel 250. Thanks so much for being along today. My name is Rob Daniels, and again, can't wait to talk to Roman Weinberg today. He is the operations manager at the Field of Dreams movie site. So he is coming up again 20 after the hour. I just want to check something here. Okay, so and before we get to that, I wanted to talk a little bit about a nice little lead up going into bringing Roman in on the show here. Is that I want to talk about how Roman fulfilled my dream of going out there, out to the Field of Dreams movie site, and how it all happened, how we sort of connected, and how we're speaking here today on this 11th of May, 2021 during a pandemic. So we rewind time to about, I want to say March 2019. So a better March than the year after, March 2020. So March 2019, Roman and I connect on the Field of Dreams movie site's Instagram page. So there's a contest going on, right? There's this contest where you had to, I think there was like some Field of Dreams trivia, and and you had to answer it correctly in order to win a gift card to the gift shop that is actually on site at the Field of Dreams movie site. Now it's expanded. I believe there's more to the gift shop. We have some sponsors. We have an actual very, very reputable company that houses one of their how do I call it? Their merchandise stores on site of the Field of Dreams movie site. So we'll get to that. I'll talk to Roman about that. But so going back to that, he put up this ad saying if you knew the answer to this trivia question, you could win this gift card to the gift shop. And I ended up winning it somehow. I rarely win contests. I rarely even put my name in the hat for contests, but I really wanted to make a connection with the site because this movie site, the entire realm of Field of Dreams has been entrenched in my blood ever since I was a child, like watching it with my father growing up ever since I was, and watching it numerous times over my lifespan. I probably saw it for the first time ever when I was about 9 or 10 years old. I'm 37 now. So, I ended up winning it, and the next thing Roman and I are in this discussion about how I'm going to be able to claim this gift certificate, and I'm from north of the border to him. I'm in the greater Toronto area. He's in Dyersville, Iowa, about an 18-hour drive. Not going to go drive and claim my gift card for about, I don't know what it was, maybe $50 or something to drive out there and get it. I know the next best option was mail, and he was going to mail it out to me, and then I could purchase something online, which was so fantastically appreciated. But I thought, you know what? Why not we give it to another fan? Because I'm a giver that way. I love to give. Receiving is great too, but giving, I think we're on this planet for a reason, and that's to try and influence others and try and excite others and bring out the best in others. So, I said, give it to another fan. It's all good. I'll make their day, but I just wanted to connect with you. And maybe there's a way I could see the field and meet you one day, because I would love to work at the field. I would do anything. That's sort of what I really wanted to win as a prize pack. I'm like, I just want to work for you. Can I work for you? Is that okay? And we connected. I threw a couple of audio samples his way because I'm a broadcaster at heart. I love talking. I love conversations with people. I love meeting people. So that's what it was all about to me, was that I just wanted to connect, and I didn't really know exactly what I was going to do when I did it. I just sort of said, hey, do you need anybody to work for you? And even though I'm that far, how could I work for you? What could happen? How do we piece this together? Well, one thing led to another. Thankfully, Roman enjoyed my audio samples that I sent out there, because my dream was to be not just any type of work at the field, but I wanted to be the public address announcer at the field for a really special occasion, for something big, like a big game at the field, PA work, be your MC on site. And that's what I really, really wanted to do. And thankfully, he turned that dream into a reality. So he turned that dream into a reality at the place where dreams are made of, where they started for me, for everybody that watched that movie as a child growing up. And I've sort of mimicked my life off of that by trying to fulfill dreams, trying to figure out what lights the fire inside of me to chase the right things in life, so that your daily life can be filled with your passions. And I've really got a lot of energy from that film because of the dreaming aspect, to chase the dreams that make sense for your life. And that's what I've done pretty much all my life. And I'm so grateful for that. So I ended up, Roman's like, okay, well, we have this event that's coming up in the next little bit here in the next couple months. It was Military Appreciation Day, to honor the military in the United States, which is amazing. And we're going to honor the military by having a softball game for them at the field. They're going to take on, some of the local a local team that was from Dyersville and Dubuque County, in and around the Dyersville, Iowa area, and the military would take on the local team from Dubuque County. And so I was like, all right, this is great. I would love to MC. And, they had the 21 gun salute out there, and we honored the military, and they had their game. And then there was another Little League game out there. And then we watched the film Field of Dreams on the actual Field of Dreams movie site itself, which was like a dream within a dream, like having a cold one. Just imagine that. Having a cold one, sitting on the outfield grass of Field of Dreams in Iowa, watching Field of Dreams, Kevin Costner up there with Dwyer Brown and Terrence Mann, James Earl Jones, and the whole cast. It was literally a dream come true. So I can't thank Roman enough for fulfilling that dream a couple years back by bringing me out there to MC this event. And it all started with winning a gift card to the shop at Field of Dreams. And Roman knew this was a dream of mine, and it was almost like this was my Walt Disney World. This is where the place where dreams were made of, and to be there and to get all emotional and to see all the different scenes from the movie. I had been there one time before. It was when I was, and I have such a close connection to the state of Iowa because I played some college baseball. Never saw an actual real inning of college baseball, but I played college baseball in the United States, which was a dream of mine to do. And it didn't have to necessarily be in Iowa, but it ended up being in Iowa because I never was good enough for a full scholarship. I got a partial scholarship, and it was to the school that I could most afford to pay the rest of the tuition for. So it ended up being in Iowa. And I went to the field, thankfully, to a friend that was on campus. He drove me 4 hours because it was on a different side of the state. So it was about a 4-hour drive, got to play catch there. But this time was different when I met Roman because I spent 3 quality days at that field and really soaked it up. It was outstanding. Took in the sounds, the smells, the birds chirping, the corn that was almost going to start growing. It hadn't yet. I haven't seen the field in person while the corn has been up. I hope to one day. But this was awesome. He fulfilled that dream, and he brought me out there, and I got to be an MC, PA guy, all at the place where dreaming started for me. And I got to entice others. I got to excite others that weekend and be on the mic and really make some great connections that weekend. So I'm thankful for that. And Roman's the man when it comes to knowing his product, which is the Field of Dreams movie site and everything that goes on with it. And I can't wait for the expert to show it off for you today because there's so much there, so much history and so much greatness still to come there that you should have a lot to look forward to and a lot to take in today on this program. The Sweet Spot, memorabilia, autographs, and more on the Spanglish World and Sports World networks on Zingo TV channel 250. Your host here, Rob Daniels. Thanks so much for having us on here. I'd like to bring in our special guest right now, Roman Weinberg, the operations manager at the Field of Dreams movie site. If he is on the call, I have to check back in the production room. Not there yet. Okay, hopefully he will be in soon. There is a little bit of a time change out in Iowa. They're an hour back, so they're on Central Standard Time or Central Daylight Time? Central Time. They're on Central Time. So an hour back. So it's 20 after 11 in the morning in Dyersville, Iowa right now. Gonna see if he has joined. Okay, no. Okay, I think he's trying to log on. All right, if you could let me know when he's in, that'd be greatly appreciated for our production crew back at the studio. Okay. There he is. I think you can hear me.
Hey there, Rob.
Roman Weinberg. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I wanted to get I sometimes confuse it. Am I saying on this program Weinberg or Weinberg? I always
No worries. No worries. It's Weinberg.
Weinberg. Roman Weinberg on the program to introduce you to our Canadian viewers here on Zingo TV channel 250. This is the Sweet Spot, memorabilia, autographs, and more on the Spanglish World and Sports World networks on Zingo TV channel 250. Rob Daniels, your host, joined along with Roman Weinberg, who is the operations manager at the Field of Dreams movie site, the historic Field of Dreams movie site, the very famous the world famous Field of Dreams movie site in Dyersville, Iowa. I was talking off the top of this program. Well, first I got to some autograph and memorabilia news, but after that, sort of just how we connected, how we met, how it all started to unfold for us as a connection, and how we got to here today, the 11th of May, 2021, and you being on this program and us working together in the past at the Field of Dreams movie site. So thankful that you're here to spend some time with us. First off, can you tell me how you're doing? How are things in a pandemic? Are you handling things okay? What's going on with you?
Yeah, everything's been great here in Heavenly, Iowa. I'm personally fully vaccinated. Got my second dose May 1st, so all clear. Sleeves up. We're ready to go back to work now. And our staff has taken all precautions. A lot of Iowans getting vaccines, and a lot of Americans in general all across the country getting vaccinated. So that's great. But, here at the Field of Dreams, we're just ready. We're focused for this year. And it's been a crazy, obviously tumultuous 2020, and very hard for a lot of people. But, it didn't impact us as heavily as other small businesses and tourist attractions, especially. So we're blessed there. But we're just looking forward to turn the page and rebound this year, get back to some sense of normalcy, and have people enjoy the game of baseball in its simplistic state. And it doesn't get any more simple than a baseball diamond in the middle of a cornfield in rural Iowa. The movie set for a 32-year-old movie now. So our 32nd anniversary, actually, we just celebrated April 21st of this year. So it's been a ride, and we've got a lot on the docket this year.
Why don't you talk a little bit about how you've been conducting business at the Field of Dreams movie site since the actual pandemic hit? Like, what kind of precautions do you guys take? Have you been open fully? What's been going on in that sense?
Sure. So it's been all across the board, and it was an ever-changing process. We were always adapting and honoring whatever restrictions we had in terms of COVID protocol and what the CDC was mandating. So we were very, we put a lot of emphasis on that. Obviously, the highest priority was everyone's safety. And for us, we were just getting ready to kick off and start the season when the pandemic fully hit the United States, and we were kind of in full swing of that with that first huge wave in March. We were just ready to getting open April 1st. So things had kind of delayed. We did open in April, but then everything kind of got shut down with restricted capacity and everything. The state of Iowa did not fully shut down, but we had very heavily restrictions. Certain businesses were required to shut down, and retail businesses were. So our gift shop was closed, our baseballism store on site, which you have not yet seen, Rob.
I have not seen baseballism yet, which I want you to tell me about in a minute here. I just want our production studio to be aware of. There is a typo it's at operations manager at the Field of Dream site. If we could change that to Field of Dreams movie site, that'd be greatly appreciated. That's it. We're still not working on site anywhere. I'm broadcasting from home, and we have a production crew that is working from their home, where it's like moving parts all the time throughout the pandemic, because we're still in a lockdown. We can't we can't go anywhere. We have like a mandatory stay at home order in effect. We're trying, like, you can go and get your groceries and your if you have medication and such, but that's the latest here. But yeah, tell me a little bit about that store, because I see it throughout your posts on Instagram and the Instagram stories of this, what really looks to be like a fantastic merchandise and apparel store, baseballism, which we don't have on the north of the border here in Canada. But I am so enthused when I see that. I just want to get my credit card out and spend all kinds of money, but then my wife is going to kick me out, so I just don't.
I hear you. I hear you. So, just to finish up with the COVID and everything, we had restricted capacity for the home tours, restricted capacity inside, mandated masks, everything last year. But now we're getting back to normal. So we don't have a face mask mandate anymore. But if you're vaccinated, obviously, you're good to go. But if not, we just ask people to use precaution, obviously what they're comfortable with, use masks. We're up to 100% full capacity again in the house for home tours and in our store, the Baseballism store on site, and our concession stand. So everything's full swing. You guys can come out, enjoy the field in all its glory with no other heavy restrictions and really no capacity restrictions.
So could you say that one more time? So essentially, if you've been fully vaccinated, you no longer have to physically distance or wear masks. But if you are not vaccinated, you just have to wear masks and keep 6 feet distance. Is that correct?
Yes. Yep. You still have to honor those normal protocols if you're not vaccinated. But if you are vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. And on site as well, we don't have a mask mandate. So visitors can wear masks if they wish.
So do you have to show like a proof of vaccination when you get to the city?
That's the tricky thing, right? The protocol, obviously we're going through the CDC on that. The CDC had a statement a couple of weeks ago on that, but not really sure on the protocols on that. It's kind of hard to show proof. It's not like everyone has their vaccination card on them at all times, like a driver's license. So, it's just one of those things. It's from an implementation standpoint, I'm not sure if they're taking steps in terms of disciplinary measures for people that aren't actually vaccinated, that are not wearing a face mask. But it seems as though people are being very responsible about it as time goes on. So hopefully that's not something that we have to show proof of. But as of now, no.
Okay. Well, it seems like that similar sort of rule, the quote unquote rules of what's going on with vaccines is sliding down into different states, because I just read today that because the Buffalo Bisons, the AAA team for the Blue Jays, are going to be housing the Blue Jays to play in the regular season as of June the 1st. And there is going to be a section for vaccinated people. And then there's going to be, and the rest of the stadium for people that have not been vaccinated. Yep. So that's interesting. So it's
and that's the beauty of it for us. We don't have any segregation like that because we are an outdoor venue and we don't have any seating on site. So we don't have to worry about that portion of it. But yes, I'm sure there are implementations and procedures put in place for other organizations and event facilities that hold live sporting events or other events.
So describe your career path, Roman, and how you ended up in the position that you're currently in today as the operations manager for the Field of Dreams movie site.
Quite a bit has changed. I am like all of the dreamers, we call them, which are just loyal fans of the movie. And that's essentially all we are, right? Everyone's got a dream and it's important, but I'm a dreamer just like everybody else out there. All of our fans showed up to the Field of Dreams with my family. It was my second time being on site in 2014 for the 25th anniversary celebration, Father's Day weekend.
Wow.
So they planned that out great, the staff here on site. But I came out with my parents, my brother, my girlfriend at the time, and it was a great weekend. You couldn't ask for better weather. Kevin Costner was out. Bob Costas was out there. A countless, never-ending lineup of celebrities. They played celebrity softball games throughout the weekend. They had a press conference with Kevin Costner. They filmed a documentary that still airs on MLB Network to this day. So it was just fun from a fan perspective to be a part of that. But I was going to school at Loras College, a private Catholic college in Dubuque, Iowa, just 30 minutes east of us here on the border of Iowa and Illinois on the Mississippi River. Mm-hmm. And was getting my degree in sports management and business administration, and was really just starting to explore opportunities and career paths for me outside of school. I was going into my senior year, or going into my junior year at that time, excuse me. And I had a summer-long internship that I needed to do the next year as kind of my capstone in order to earn my degree for sport management, and really started getting my brain churning with ideas, and an epiphany just goes off when I'm here. I told myself I have to do this. If I can put a smile on other people's face as wide as mine is right now, and everybody else's that's on site watching this go down, and make that change in people's lives and just give them a reason to smile, then I've got it made. So I just took it upon myself to put in a good word. I had a couple of friends interning at the Field of Dreams movie site that year. Just had them put in a good word for me with the owner at the time, Denise Stillman, their CEO of Go the Distance Baseball. That's the entity that owns the Field of Dreams movie site. Purchased it in 2012 and met with her in January of 2015, and the rest is history. I started as an intern. Obviously, she was happy with me, and she became a dear friend and mentor for me. And I just stuck around and came on full time in the fall of 2018. So it's going into my third year here as director of operations, wear many hats, have done just about everything here on site. And, every day still seems, like there's something new, and that's fun. It's rewarding.
Do you still have that same passion, the same fire every time you go into the office? I mean, it probably becomes routine to you, but do you, when you walk in, do you start thinking to yourself, oh yeah, that from the movie or this from the movie? Does that still come to you, or does it just become sort of natural to you now and you're used to it by now? Where are you at with that?
In terms of, I don't picture the scene. I mean, I do picture the scenes from time to time in the movie, but the magic still is there for me on a daily basis. And I'll say there's always like one moment every day where it's like, you know what? I get to do this as a living, because either if it's walking around on site or talking with fans and seeing their first experience of it, capturing that magic, sometimes it's not right when you go in, obviously, right? The jobs are stressful and everything, but there's always one moment during the day where I get reminded, this is my job. This is what I dreamed of, and I'm doing it. I'm living out my dream. I listened to that voice. I went the distance and am still going that distance. So it's just fun. And for me, it is still just as rewarding, because I'm working somewhere where it's so much bigger than myself, any one person. You're talking about a place that has a profound impact on everyone that visits.
If you're just joining us, it's the Sweet Spot, memorabilia, autographs, and more on the Spanglish World and Sports World networks here on Zingo TV, channel 250. Your host, Rob Daniels, joined by the Director of Operations of the Field of Dreams movie site in Dyersville, Iowa, Roman Weinberg. And we're trying to get a little bit of a glimpse of where you're at currently. Where are you coming to us from today? Are you in the house, the farmhouse that's in the movie?
I'm glad you asked that, Rob. Yes, I am. So behind me, I'm actually in. For those that have seen the movie, this is Ray and Annie's bedroom. This is the master bedroom. And Rob, fans can actually stay here. So I understand people in Canada, traveling restrictions and whatnot right now. I completely understand. Might not be the time to come out and make a trip, but as restrictions start to lighten up in Canada and you start to travel abroad and outside of Canada, you can come out. You can come out to Dyersville, Iowa, to the movie site, stay overnight. We have tours available of the inside of the farmhouse, and this is the master bedroom. So
is that the actual bedroom, like where Ray and Annie were, and he was looking out into the sky, and then there was the lightning and the pole was there.
Yes,
that scene where he heard the voice again in the middle of the night. So that's the actual room.
This is the actual room. So Ray was sitting right there watching out in the middle of the evening, waiting for Shoeless Joe, and had those thoughts about becoming his father and waking up.
Did that change? Because I was there in 2019. So did you guys renovate that?
I was just going to say that, Rob. Yes. We remodeled the entire second floor. So I was getting into that. Fans can stay here as an Airbnb venue. That's been available since 2018. So going into our fourth year of offering that now. But our offices, so we talk about the baseballism store, right?
Yeah.
Well, our offices moved. They were upstairs here in the house, but we relocated. So we are now actually down in the Baseballism store, the back end of that. So we remodeled the
Okay.
second floor and opened up the entire second floor for guests. So we have 3 bedrooms and can accommodate groups up to 7 people. Pricing and more details, and especially availability on that, are on our website. And you can check availability, our calendar of events. That's Field of Dreams moviesite.com.
Nice. So you're coming to us from there. So let me get this straight. I'm trying to picture it in my mind because I was there back in the summer of 2019 or spring still of 2019. So okay, Baseballism store, that's still on the site. It's a little off to the side from the farmhouse. So you're saying like you and your social media coordinator, who we know, Tucker LaBelle, he's
how about this, Rob? How about we go walk it?
Okay, let's go take a little walk. Let's do that. We're live here with Roman Weinberg, and he is going to take us through the Field of Dreams movie site farmhouse. He went down the stairs. That's where Annie and Ray had their little discussion on the stairs.
Dream at Fenway.
Right there, talking about the same dream they had at Fenway Park about eating a hot dog, and they were about halfway up in the stands, and then he was packing his bag and he was off to go find Terrence Mann.
So now. Yep, that's right, Rob. And I am in the formal dining room now of the house.
Okay. Very nice.
And we do provide tours of the inside, the main floor of the farmhouse from 9 in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon. Yep. About a half-hour long guided tours. Our tour guide staff does a fantastic job. And I want to show you some signed memorabilia that we have from the movie.
Absolutely. Let's show it off here. That's what this program's all about. All about memorabilia, autographs.
Awesome. So right here.
Yeah.
Hopefully the glare, you can see past the glare there. It is guarded by glass, but there's the ball in the lower right is Ray Liotta.
No way.
Baseball.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones in the heavy Sharpie marker up top there.
Wow.
Is, obviously the voice of Terrence Mann, but Darth Vader, Mufasa, so many other iconic
films
characters. And and then Kevin Costner says, "See you at the movies," and signed it on the bottom. So
wow.
Very cool. And we have some other memorabilia as well. I won't show off the entire thing. If any of your viewers would like, if they don't have the chance to come out and visit in person, we do have a webcam on our website. So you can watch 24/7 fans interacting at the Field of Dreams movie site. You can get a listen as well. We have a microphone so you can listen to some of the birds chirping in the morning, the lawnmower going. Hey,
it's quite therapeutic actually, because you get the sense of, you go to the field. A lot of people go to the field you could even meditate there, and just to hear the birds and the chirping, to hear it at home is another form of meditation if you think about it.
It's therapeutic. It really is. And especially if you've been here, the magic of it. And for a lot of people that, local people in the Midwest come out here, multiple times. So it's really cool for them to experience the magic of it. And for those that weren't able to travel last year, just to have still that peace and still get that respite. Yes, not in the same form, but, the new virtual form and the virtual world we all live in. So Lord knows how many Zoom meetings we've all been in these past, 15, 16 months now. So it's crazy. But I want to show you outside here. I'm going to try not to lose you, but I'm going to give you a rare look.
Yeah, why don't we get a look at that field? Can you give us a look up from the porch?
Oh, hold on. I lost you. There you go. I'm going to give you a look from the porch.
Okay. You're at the porch.
Out at the field. So I'm going to turn my camera.
Looks like a really nice day out there. Got some sunshine.
It is gorgeous. It's in the 60s, literally clear skies. It can't be more of a gorgeous day out here.
Wow. And there it is, the birds chirping and that beautiful field. The corn hasn't grown yet, but that's what do they say? Knee high by 4th of July for that corn to grow?
They say knee high by 4th of July for the corn to grow, but you know what? It's actually sooner than that. We get knee high by probably 3rd to 4th week in June, and it's actually about shoulder high. by 4th of July. So,
wow.
it grows pretty fast, and agriculture and everything. They've agronomy. They've really advanced since the past couple of decades.
Okay, I believe where you are right now, if you stay put right there or somewhere around there, because I remember you showed me this, and maybe it's still there that you could show our viewers.
Yes.
Remember that scene where Annie flips the light switch on for Kevin Costner to play catch with Joe Jackson at nighttime on a beautiful night in Iowa, but you needed those lights. Where is that? Is the light switch still there? There it is, the official light switch.
So, guys, this is where she turns on the lights. Annie does, Amy Madigan. And turns on the lights as Ray Liotta, Shoeless Joe Jackson, and Kevin Costner, Ray, are on the field, and they meet for the first time. And he looks around, and Wrigley Field is the last. It's the last time, right? That Wrigley's the last field that has lights. So very unique. But anyway, so you know what? You want to know a fun tidbit here, Rob, and for your viewers as well, is this light switch doesn't actually move.
Wow, it doesn't, eh?
It's actually artificial. It was built specifically for the film to give off the effect. They just wanted it on the porch for aesthetics and everything. The actual light box is located on the corner of another building on site. And
really,
that was never the original light box. So it's got the on and off verbiage there.
Yeah.
But they actually had, so if you listen in the movie when she turns it on, you can hear a click for each light, right? And there's only one switch here. So there was an electrical panel box with the switches for each pole. In reality, that's why you hear those clickings. So every pole you hear a click, 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 because it's a separate switch for each individual pole. So fun tidbit for you. That's actually a bird's nest now, that artificial light switch.
Really?
Yeah.
So when she did that and the lights went on, someone was flicking them off. They weren't filmed, and the lights went on by somebody else.
That's correct.
Yeah. The magic of
little Hollywood magic. And I will share another fun tidbit for you. In '88, it was actually we had suffered a serious drought, one of the worst droughts in Iowa's history, and the worst drought since the 1930s in Iowa. And so the grass was all dead. I mean, it was browned out, it was dried out. We didn't have an irrigation system on that field, and they had just put it in. They had just put the sod in for the field, and obviously you need water. That needs heavy water right when you put sod down, and we didn't have any, so it died, and they just spray painted it green. Universal Studios did. So a little bit of Hollywood magic coming to Iowa for that, and it was pretty cool.
That's awesome. So cool. These tidbits and things that, you just wouldn't think of when the movie's rolling and the things that go on behind the scenes. So that's fantastic. Thanks so much for sharing that. Why don't you share as well? What's been for you personally, your all-time favorite moment at the Field of Dreams?
Oh man, that is hard. There's so many. I would say, something that, how about this? I'll give you two.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you two. One is we have a lot of events here at the Field of Dreams, one of which is called the Team of Dreams event. It's held on an annual basis, Labor Day weekend. And unfortunately, we couldn't hold it last year, and we won't be holding it this year because of COVID. But it's usually a day-long event here at the Field of Dreams where we have a lot of former major leaguers, Hall of Famers out here, the likes of Rod Carew, Johnny Bench, Steve Carlton from the Big Red Machine. So it's just a lot of iconic names. The Big Hurt, Frank Thomas.
He was there yesterday.
Yeah, he was.
He just was in the area, came for a drink, and wanted to see the field?
Fox Sports was out here getting some promotional material for the game. So
that we'll get to next. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but just so many guys. And in 2019, we had David Ross from the Chicago Cubs, and just So I would say 2019, that event in particular was great because it was my first time going through that event, having been on full time with the company, and being able to run an event like that and be a part of the steering committee for that event. It was great to see that go off, and you feel so accomplished, right? The 30th anniversary as well was a good one. But when you get a site as spiritual and magical as ours, and then you bring in some of the players' greatest, some of the greatest players of all time, players that people have been idolizing and watching on TV. When you get them here, you throw a whole other sense of nostalgia and magic to it. It's a phenomenal day. It really is. So that's a favorite for me. I met David Ross, and he thanked me for letting him come to the field and showed his appreciation. And all of those guys step foot on every major league diamond in the league, all 30 teams. And they still have a profound respect for this diamond in Dyersville, which is so neat and is just a testament to how much the film has impacted society. So it's great to see that. And that's a memory that sticks out for me is just David Ross having that respect and thanking me for coming out. And the second one is August 8th of 2019. Major League Baseball had announced that the first ever Major League regular season game would be held in the state of Iowa to be 2019 at the Field of Dreams movie site. So now it is 2021 this year, and it's going to be held in August. But that day, it was crazy. My office was still right behind me in the master bedroom of the house.
I remember messaging you. I was just like, what? No way.
And I was out there. I had I cracked open the windows, and the buzz from people that were on site, they're like, oh my God, look at your phone. The Major League Baseball is coming to the Field of Dreams. It was electric. I don't know if there's any other way to put that, but it gets you fired up. And if there's any day to be excited about what you're doing and make you feel like you've made a difference and are changing the game, so to speak, it's a day like that. So it was really rewarding, and I'll never forget that day.
Yeah, it's something special for sure. And we can't wait to hopefully see it this summer. August, is it still August the 11th, 13th?
August 12th.
12th. Okay.
And
it's happening. And last year they switched the teams a little bit because we weren't sure if the Yankees could get there. Why were the Cardinals on the bill at one point when it was supposed to be the Yankees?
The Cardinals were on the bill because of the geographical structuring of the season and the way the season was structured out for the matchups. So this year, because there are no such restrictions on scheduling, the White Sox are now able to play. They've got the Yankees on the docket again, so they'll come out to the Field of Dreams as originally proposed. And for those that have read the book Shoeless Joe, which the movie was based on, that was published in the early 80s, 82, by W.P. Kinsella, Canadian author.
W.P. Kinsella.
Yep.
Amazing.
And the New York Yankees and the Chicago White Sox were actually the two favorite baseball clubs of the ghostly father, John Kinsella, in the movie and the book, played by Dwyer Brown.
Yeah.
So it's fitting.
Sorry?
I said, so it's very fitting that those two teams are the ones taking the field here.
Can we try and get Kevin Costner to throw out the first pitch to Dwyer Brown? Wouldn't that make the most sense for the ceremonial first pitch?
Unfortunately, that's not my call. However, I have a pretty good feeling that has crossed the minds of those that are putting together this event over in Major League Baseball. So it'll just be exciting to see it come to fruition, and whatever they have planned, I know it'll be great, but a lot to get done before then.
And probably, and same with the, in terms of people on this side of the border, if they want to go out there or anywhere for that matter, there's going to be all kinds of questions, I'm sure, vaccination, who can sit where in the stands. Also for that, I would imagine it'd be something similar. Like you have to either be vaccinated to sit on certain parts and then keep your distance with masks in another part. Would I be accurate to think that? Or
You hit on that, Rob. More details on the seating and capacity restrictions for this game in particular will come out and be released and made available to the public in the upcoming weeks. Major League Baseball has not yet even made an announcement regarding tickets for this game. So right now they're waiting for the vaccination to play itself out and get more clarity on where we stand right now on the grand scheme of things. And once we get that on the macro, then they'll make a determination on how many fans will come to the game and all of those procedures as well.
But Fox Sports will be covering it, correct?
Fox Sports will be covering the game, yes. Yeah,
that'll be awesome. August the 12th. Happening this summer. And of course, it's not only that, but there are, so many great lead up events that happen that lead right into the Major League game this summer. I know we're almost out of time here. Do you have a couple of events that you'd like to promote that are happening before the Major League Baseball game, which is a great reason to come on out to Dyersville and see the field?
Yep, we're open 7 days a week, guys, from the beginning of April to the end of October. Weekends only in November, so any day of the week, you're more than welcome to come out. Sunrise to sunset, come out and enjoy the Field of Dreams. But we have two events in particular, the Ghost Saturday shows. So it's a free show. Harlem Globetrotters meets baseball type of comedy routine, about an hour and a half long, completely free. The Ghost players came out of the corn in 1990, impromptu, surprising fans and putting on this comic routine, have been doing that since 1990. So 30 plus years. They'll be here at the Field of Dreams, July 24th and August 21st. And the First Responders Appreciation Day, our gratitude, tipping our caps to our nation's first responders, July 10th. So you can catch all the details on our website, fieldofdreamsmoviesite.com. And if you don't follow us on social media and want to stay tuned to all of the Field of Dreams happenings and goings on, all of our news and updates, you can catch that on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok even, Instagram, a little bit of everywhere on social media, and that's at Field of Dreams Movie Site, our handle for all those.
Amazing. Yeah, TikTok. I mean, I'm still new at that. Are you finding like I'm more in the Instagram realm, but TikTok is I still need some work on that. How are you with that?
We're adapting very quickly. We're finding that it's a science like every other social media platform, but we're getting used to it, and it's fun. It's just so modern, and it's a way for us to reach new viewers.
Oh yeah, it's it's a fantastic tool, social media. We should all embrace it, and I think it's great that you're all on all those platforms. And I wish you luck to you and your Chicago Cubs this season too, because for those that don't know, Roman Weinberg's a Chicago Cubs fan, but not wishing luck if they ever meet the Blue Jays at some point this season.
Rob, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, and thanks for being here. That's Roman Weinberg, the Director of Operations of the Field of Dreams movie site in the very beautiful Dyersville, Iowa. Go see the website for more information on all their events, fieldofdreamsmoviesite.com. Thanks so much for taking the time, Roman. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
All right.